everyone. How are we doing with our goals so far? It's the end of January. We're gearing towards the last week or so of January, and I know that we tend to kind of fall into a slump during this time of year with all the snow and the cold, so it's easy to get discouraged. And I want those of you who have kind of gotten into a place of feeling depressed maybe, or just like, what's the point, what's the use, to just write out this difficult stage of discouragement. You can do it, and I'm going to give you a few steps in how you can do that. The first step is to drink lots of water. I know that it seems kind of obvious, but water is, people don't understand the impact of a lot of water. It doesn't just affect your body, it affects your mood as well. It's very, very important to stay very hydrated. You should always have a large container of water on your person and by your bedside. Always. You should never leave home without this, because it affects it. A lack of water increases anxiety. It increases so many things. To be dehydrated, it puts you at so much more risk of depression. So that is it. That's top of the list. Make sure you stay on top of your water intake. Even if you have to, travel a long distance to get to work, just do your best to make sure, you go to the bathroom before you leave. Stay on top of your water. No excuses. Let's stay on top of it, everybody, because it's you can't express how important it is to everyone's well-being. That being said, let's move on to the next step, and that is to make sure that you look your best every day. Now, I know that there are plenty of days when you don't feel like it, when you just want to lay in bed with the covers over your head. I've been there. You have to almost bully yourself out of bed and say, get your behind up and get in that bathroom and take your shower, get yourself all dressed, done up. Don't just put on any old things. If that's all you have, you're having a really bad time and you don't have the energy for anything, at least put on your best sweats. You know what I mean? I say put on really nice clothes that look like you could go to a nice restaurant or a nice luncheon. You don't have to get dressed in a cocktail dress or anything like that, but look nice. Look nice. Even if it's just a really nice pair of sweats, look nice every day. Look nice. That also goes a long way physiologically. Feeling better about yourself. People treat you better when you look nice. And I know I mentioned that too in my previous video. And that leads us to the next one, which is to make sure that you complete at least one task every day. Now, our goals, they are filled with, to get to our goal, we have to complete tasks to get to our goal. And it's important that we complete the tasks and complete them well. Completing them well is really, really important, because when we get in those funks where we feel, what's the use, we have something to look at, like even if it's just making your bed, even if making your bed is the only task that you got done that day, that you actually finished and that you actually did really well, you've got that. You did it. And it looks really, really nice when you make your bed nicely. Learn to make it like a pro, like someone who does it for a living in 5-star hotels. Just whatever you do, do it really well. Just say, this one day, this is one task that I'm going to do really well. And if it's work related, I'm going to type a letter to such and such, or maybe send my resume here. Optimize your resume, optimize your cover letter. Whatever you do, do it to the best of your ability. Just one thing for that day. The next thing is to make sure that you stay in touch with nature. I know that it's really freezing outside right now, and it's far less inviting to go outside and go for a walk or even drive to the gym, when it's dark and freezing and below zero outside. But you have to find some way to stay in touch with nature. And even if it's just opening your window, there's something that I like to do when I feel like my whatever issues I might be having at that moment, if they feel like they're getting overwhelming, step outside and look up at the sky. Don't just step out of this outside and just look at the sky that's at eye level. I have a view from my back deck, but I don't want you to just look at the view. I want you to look up. The act of looking up is similar to the act of looking down from a really high vantage point. And it gives you a real sense of perspective. When people look down, sometimes if you have a fear of heights, you get dizzy and sometimes nauseous. Looking up can make you dizzy too, sometimes. But it also really gives you a sense of the infinite and a sense of the vastness of the universe. And it tends to put into perspective the issues that are weighing you down. When you look at that huge, beautiful sky and you take a few seconds or even a minute or two just to look at it and really feel the vastness of it, your issues are somehow just not going to seem that big anymore. And breathing in the oxygen is also going to help you. And you're going to somehow come in and feel a little bit invigorated and feel maybe just a little bit above your issues. You know what I mean? You want to feel like these issues are man-made. A lot of our issues are man-made. And a lot of them come from situations that we sort of create for ourselves. And we can rise above that. We can learn how to do better by ourselves. And we have to put into perspective. We have to put into perspective what we are really capable of. Now, that being said, also, I have to tell you that it's important to reward yourself whenever you accomplish something that has been hard for you. We all want to make the best of our lives. I hope most of us want to make the best of our lives. And when we accomplish something that's typically been a struggle for us to do, we have to reward ourselves. And I don't mean by just, like, don't go drinking or anything like that. Maybe get yourself some flowers if you don't want to spend money. Reward yourself by going for a walk in nature. Do something that really benefits you and make that your reward. Put on music that you love and dance to it. Dance your heart out and pat yourself on the back for making progress, because we have to be our own best cheerleaders And if we're going to do well this year, make 2025 the year that we finally break free of all of our mental blocks and things that hold us back. Okay, so I hope this helped everyone. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.